Hello. I'm Isabel, the co-host of Camp Animal Crossing, and welcome back to another interview episode of The Aftermath. Today, we will be talking to a recent eliminated player who played the game the way it wasn't supposed to be played, claims to be a Viking and a sorcerer, and lingered in a challenge that costed him the win. Say hello to our live-action role-playing Viking, Vic.
So I just get a round of applause for showing up for a quick meet and greet? I don't see the catch here.
So, good to have you here with us, Vic. We have a lot to go over, including your future. What have you been doing since appearing on the show? Any spellcasting attempts by far?
As soon as I left the game, I swore to myself that I would have retribution and make up for not completing a challenge that ended with an elimination. I have been studying the ancient arts of insurance, so every time I have to complete a difficult challenge, I would learn to cast a checkpoint spell to save my progress, and then if I fail, I would cast a reset spell to go back in time to the moment before I failed. I mean, there's plenty of other more significant updates, but that's what I'm dealing with right now.
You do realize that you are not a real Viking sorcerer, and your magic doesn't work, right?
Hey, are you antagonizing me for what I do for a living? I live in a pirate ship. I am 16 in Viking years. When there is a battle, there is a war. Am I the only one who understands that? Nobody believes in my abilities, and you're saying that it was the cause of my elimination. The nerve.
Okay, let's get to some more questions. What was your proudest moment on Camp Animal Crossing?
The other night, I was being targeted for elimination for costing my boy team the Duck Duck Goose challenge. I in fact was saved by Derwin's dirty secret scandal, and in the end, Derwin went home, and I felt relieved. Normally if I had went home, I wouldn't have made the merge. Hey, I couldn't help myself. Get over it already. Watch your mouth or I'll break your bones. Show some respect, you impotent peasant.
Okay, Vic, sit down. Next question. What is your biggest regret from your Camp Animal Crossing experience?
Outside of gameplay mistakes, which everyone has, the one big regret I had was my attitude toward Yuka. You have to understand, I came on this show with a massive chip on my shoulder. I was determined to make a name for myself, steamroll everyone, win the million and not care about what anyone thought about me afterward. Obviously, it didn't work out that way, but the first hurdle in my path was Yuka. She belittled me for my laziness and not even trying in the challenge. How is she still in the game?
What's something that will blow fans' minds that happened out there in one of your seasons but never made it to TV?
There's way too many to count, but here's a big what could have been for you. I managed to cast a fire spell outside our boys' cabin, but the fire was set on some bushes, and one of the players had to put it out with a fire extinguisher. Another off-camera scenario was when I had a whole bunk bed to myself, and the top bunk collapsed while I was sleeping. I wasn't hurt because I had a force barrier around me, but the producers had to purchase a new bed for me to sleep on for the night.
How do you feel about the edit you got on the show?
I don't think I'm allowed to complain. I've got every title except the one that matters at this point. I recently completed level 1 of my magic studies. I also won a spell book the witches stored away for years, which I'll never understand. And when I'm feeling extra obnoxious around witches, I point out that I'm still the reigning Sprint fan favorite. Then someone pulls up the clip of me locking up on Game of Thrones, and my ego crashes back to earth. What I'm getting at is, very little stock should be put into anyone's edit, by the viewers at home or the camper getting edited. If you ever get on the show, don't let the haters or the praise go to your head.
What was it like coming back to regular society after being out there? Was there culture shock or an adjustment coming back?
Not so strange after playing Camp Animal Crossing. I just fell into regular life again, with the new twist of F-list celebrity and a hatred of coconut water. I got home and had no mortgage or lease, no significant other, but I did quickly pick up a bunch of writing work.
Okay, was there ever a point either during the game or after you got back where you regretted going on the show?
Actually, yes. There have been small flashes occasionally over the years, but not because of anything that happened at camp. As I said, I live for being a sorcerer Viking, and those little instances of regret were fueled by my own insecurity. Am I actually good at what I do, or just a hack getting work because I was on someone's TV with my shirt off? But that phase passed way back. Nowadays, I just take the work regardless of whether my powers work or not.
If you could make one change to any aspect of Camp Animal Crossing, what would it be and why?
I don't have just one gripe, I've got 11 and a half. But if I could only pick one change, it'd be that every player be made aware of what advantages are in play each season. Think about it, what other self-serious game with stakes this high, thus excluding most of the goofier reality competitions, includes such a randomized unknowable grab bag of unbalanced yet game-defining boosts?
Finally, would you play again if asked?
The answer isn't an immediate yes. I still have a lot of training to do with my magic before I am ready to play again.
And that's it for Vic's interview. The next episode of Camp Animal Crossing comes real soon, following with an interview of our next eliminated player. Also, the next episode will reveal a previously eliminated player returning for another shot at the million. Who will it be? Stay tuned later to find out. Anyways, this is Isabel, and this has been The Aftermath.
Y'all ready to get funky?
The most important part of dance is music. So now let us listen to the music and identify the beats.
1, 2, 3.
But that was too soft.